remember that in Espanol, all nouns, okay, person, place, thing, are classified as either masculine or feminine, okay? The easiest way, obviously, if we're looking at people, if it's a girl, it's feminine. If it's a boy, it's masculine, okay? So, for example, the word hombre, which means man, is masculine, and the word mujer, which means woman, is masculine, okay? When you're talking about inanimate objects, though, all you have to do is look at the ending. If a word ends in the letter O, all right, usually, not 100%, but usually, the word is masculine, okay? So, libro, which ends in O, is masculine. Teléfono, which ends in O, is masculine, okay? If a word ends in A, all right, most of the time, okay, not 100%, but most of the time it is feminine, okay? So mesa, which means table, is feminine. Puerta, which means door, is feminine, okay? Now, there are a couple of other endings. Those are the most common ones, all right? Some of the other endings, if a word ends in TAD, DAD, or ION, okay? Now, those are 100% always feminine, okay? No exceptions, all right? If a word ends in MA, okay, not just A, but MA, it is masculine. And if a word ends in TA, not just A, but TA, it is also masculine, okay? Now, this one is also one of those that it's not 100% of the time. So remember, okay, if you can take the word and drop the A and it's still like English, okay, then it is masculine. But a word like comma, does anyone remember what comma means? Bed, okay? You can't drop the A. Oh, can, that's what I sleep at. No, okay? So that one is, okay, that's a feminine word, all right? Same thing with words that end in TA, okay? Now, remember that there are a lot of words that don't end in any of those endings, okay? And so for that, you need to look at what we call the article, okay? So el and la are both, are both the, and un and una, okay? And un and una are both a or an, okay? This is the masculine form, this is the feminine form. And it comes in handy with words like lapis and luz. What does lapis mean again? Pencil, okay? If you look in your textbook, either where the pictures are or at the end of the chapter where it lists all the vocabulary, it will say el lapis, okay? So you know that pencils are considered masculine. What does luz mean? Light, okay? Once again, look at your textbook, look in the pictures, or else look at the end where it lists all the words. And it's la luz, because light is considered feminine, all right? They both end in Z, okay? How are we supposed to know, Mr. Santos? Well, guess what? You have to look at the article. You have to look at the front, okay? And just like there's some words like estudiante, how do I know if I'm talking about Bahari or if I'm talking about Peyton? Because they're both estudiante. Elise? Yeah, okay, if I'm talking about Peyton, it's el estudiante for a boy, and if I'm talking about Bahari, it's la estudiante, okay? So you make it either masculine or feminine. Finally, the last thing And this is true in pretty much every language. For every rule, there's going to be exceptions, and Spanish is no different. You need to remember these, okay? Telling you straight up. The word dia, which means day, and mapa, which means map, despite the fact that they end in A and there's no rhyme or reason for it, those are masculine words, okay? And then mano, which means hand, despite the fact that it ends in O, is feminine, is la mano, okay? The other thing that we covered was number, okay? Singular and plural. Remember, in Espanol, a lot easier than English, if a word ends in a vowel, okay, all you have to do is add an S to make it plural. That's it, okay? There's no deers or fishes or mans or anything, or houses, nothing like that, okay? No strange rules. If a word ends in a consonant, okay, so anything that's not A, E, I, O, U, okay, all you do is add ES. Okay, that's it. All right. Now, of course, Spanish has its own weirdness. Okay, in that the article, okay, whether it's the or a or an, has to be made plural as well. So the plural of el is los. The plural of la is las. Okay. So remember, we actually have 4 ways of saying the in Spanish, depending on whether it's masculine or feminine, singular or plural. Okay, so yeah, all right? And of course, we also make un and una plural. Un becomes unos, una becomes unas, all right? Now, even though it's not as bad as English, we don't have gooses and mooses and all of that. Meese, no, it's meese. We don't have any of that, okay? Remember that with words that end in Z, okay, you do have to change that Z to a C. And then what do we add, because C is a consonant? ES, okay? Oops, I should have done it together, okay? Oh, but wait, we also have to make this plural, and that becomes los, okay? So, los lápices, the pencils, las luces, the lights. Okay? Preguntas. This